So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Ribery. Heath, great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a little off target. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Zaire Emery. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, shooting chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Paris Saint-Germain are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Now the finish! Bayern deals with it effortlessly. First quarter of an hour gone. Fermin. That's a good run he's making there. Van Basten might just make this. Fermin receives it in a good position here.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Owen. Now it's Van Basten. And no, that was never going to make it. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mohamed Salah! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mohamed Salah really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that could set him on his way. Zaire Emery. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Owen. He's in plenty of space here. Perez has it out wide and in space. Van Basten! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He's shifting through the gears here. That is lovely. Pedri. Bastoni. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Vermi. Perez. It's run loose here. Perez proves just a little bit too strong. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And here's Mbappe. Good read, needed to be. Ribéry. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's green grass ahead of him. It's Salah! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Zaire Emery. Owen. Now it's Van Basten. And he welcomes it in. Ribéry. And the shot! Davis. And we hit half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Paris Saint-Germain head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Paris
Real chance! Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And he cuts out the supply. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Pass just lacking in accuracy. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Whistle goes again. It's another offside decision. Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe shapes to shoot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He is through here. Owen. He's won. Owen! Van Dijk. Rafinha. Moreirense are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Ribéry. Paris Saint-Germain just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's played him through. Vermin! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And they win it back again. Pedri. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can. Pedri. He's had it taken off him. And here's Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Rodri gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Zaire Emery. Davis. Oh, and he's through the middle. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição.
Moreirense choosing to make the first change.
Número 13. Número 33. Número 4. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 23.
Appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
Número 17. Número 2.
Paris Saint-Germain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Dani Olmo. Oh, can he get onto this? Well timed, excellent interception.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Ribéry. Oh, that's nice.
Paris Saint-Germain can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
I think we're just about done here. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, super find. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Paris Saint-Germain are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Always onto this. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Van Basten voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
setelah.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Doué is onto this.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Perez. Van Balten kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ribery playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Doué is in a really good position out wide.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
It's come through and he's had a quick look in. He gets big! Oh, what has happened here? Pedri gets it clear. Conte. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And no, that was never going to make it. And he's surging through. Great position here. And through to the goalkeeper. Oh, this looks sharp. Owen. And that is expertly dealt with. Saka. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Perez. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
Paris Saint-Germain certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Beckham is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Was somewhat off target. Owen is herring after that one. And here's Van Basten. Oh, that's a key interception. Still goalless. Oh, good ball. Rodri.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
That's an excellent interception.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Bellingham. Owen. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Ribery. Doué, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Bastoni gets it away. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe. Bellingham. Knocks it out wide. Oh, he's been caught napping. Bellingham. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has been cut short. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Now there's a fine ball. Ball swung in. Bastoni does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, perfectly measured that. Perez. Now it's Owen. Doué. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Madrid have a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Oh, that's ambitious. Well, now it's a race for the ball. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que pueden disfrutar de la transmisión en directo de este partido en la emisora de radio oficial del equipo. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
That gets things going for the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Van Basten. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's been won straight back. What a throw in. Ribery could try cutting inside here. Big header! Harmlessly behind. Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. Well, they've got it again.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
No, that's been intercepted. Paris Saint-Germain do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Van Basten is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Van Basten! Superb goal!
Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Defending was strong and firm. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
That's a nicely measured pass. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rodri. Now it's Torres. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And he was quick to react. Van Bouten spots it and intercepts. Now it's Torres. Van Dijk. Fernando Torres. Nicely aimed pass. And he's intervened well there. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Can he spark a counter here? Ribéry. Shot could be on. Van Basten. It's Van Basten!
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
El dorsal 3, Van Buiten. El dorsal 24, el dorsal 20. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 18.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way.
El dorsal 2, el dorsal 4.
Oh, that's well spotted. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Bernardo Silva really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, not only can a player...
It's Vinicius Junior. There's the shot! He has done it! Do not write them off! Back they come! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Has a look and plays it forward.
There they go, hunting again.
Beckham gets flagged offside. Mendieta. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now that's well seen too.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Torres. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world.
And already we're underway.
Has a goal! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Tries a shot! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Shot could be on. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. Now it's Ribéry, and he's certainly onside here. That's going to go a long way. That's a throw. Interesting ball. Now that's well seen too. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Owen. Pedri. Szoboszlai. And here's Owen. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a shade optimistic. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Owen. And the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Van Basten. Decent hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Who's going to be first to this? Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to get it clear. Roberto Baggio. That's really well manoeuvred.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's tidy. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good ball! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Owen. Owen. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That looks a decent ball. Oh, good ball. He's got away. Oh, sweet chance! Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's had it taken off him. Conte.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cafu. And it's Conte. Van Basten. Now it's Owen. And he's running through. Pires is onto this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Indonesia applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days.
Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Pires. Owen. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Szoboszlai. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's picked his way through. And he's intervened well there.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Nakata concedes a free kick for that. And Neuer pulls off a sensational save. So, third corner of the game. Koundé with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Szoboszlai, and he's managed to get free. No, that's been intercepted. Ribéry.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he cuts out the supply. Gently done. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ribéry in acres of space out wide. And there is the half-time whistle. Paris Saint-Germain come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. No changes at the interval from either side. Well timed, excellent. Oh, what a mistake! Owen finds himself offside. Rodri. And he was quick to react. But it's Owen. He could be in here. Koundé. Rodri. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Ribéry is onto it in a flash. Pedri. He's and the shot! Now it's Neymar, and now the breakaway. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? And he hits the net. What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Roberto Baggio really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Van Basten! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Owen, and the flag has stayed down. Indonesia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Rodri. Pedri. Now there's a fine ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Nakata. That is good alertness. Roberto Baggio. And it's Nakata. And it's Van Basten. Perez. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Van de Ven. He won't be happy with that one. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, easy pickings there. And the pass is intercepted. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Rodri. Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio. Into the last quarter of an hour. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Szoboszlai. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Owen. Shapes to shoot! Well, there's the clearance. Perez. Owen. Nice interception, well timed.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. It's a good run, that. Great timing.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 17. Le numéro 8.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 9. Le numéro 10. Owen. À leur place, le numéro 3.
Nice sequence of passes, this.
Le numéro
And he
14.
was alert to it.
Le numéro 11.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Indonesia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Passes short and sharp.
Indonesia have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And Stoichkov! Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Batistuta. And he's quick to snatch it back. We are into overtime. And that will be it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Terrific recovery. A really fine win, that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Lanjut lagi lah.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, it's come loose. So, what can they make of this? Well, that pass isn't the best. Van der Vaart. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Serge Gnabry increasingly looks like he has all the tools to make a complete winger. He can play across the line, he has great pace and finishing with both feet, and he has a record on the biggest stage against some of Europe's most reputable sides too.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Owen.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution.
Big header! He's delivered all right!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Paris Saint-Germain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Short changes him with that pass. Pedri. Van Basten.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that is expertly dealt with. Bergkamp. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Gnabry. Oh, good-looking ball. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation.
He's had a hit! Really well taken goal. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Paris Saint-Germain grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal. It just got caught napping.
Perez. And he's taking no chances there. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Gnabry with the delivery. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Conte. Tries to get it clear. And we have our very first corner. Gets his head to it! And he's managed to get rid. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Cafu is there to clear. Ball is over the line. Hernandez.
That's good play from him.
Conte. Perez. Well, they can break here. That pass has been well intercepted. And they've switched it over to the other side. Now it's Owen. Perez. And Owen! Conte. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Trippier. Gnabry. And it's Gnabry. That's a little off target. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That has been cut short. Threads one in. Oh, that's fabulous. He's dealt with that really well. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So your views on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half. But the score at half-time, Van der Vaart! Oh, he has leathered that.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Chouameni.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
In with the challenge. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Beckenbauer. Gnabry. Great pressure, plenty of it. Gnabry is fouled. And it's Trippier. And he cuts out the supply. Chouameni. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No way through. Ribéry. And he's intervened well there. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Aims beyond the defence. Perez. Now this could shapes to shoot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the comeback is complete!
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Nedved touches it back. He's got away. Chance for the header! Oh, there's a probing ball. Just about up to the hour now. No, it's Owen. Oh, that looks a good ball through. He might be in here. Great chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Pedri clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Can he finish? And now they can spring out of defence. Conte. That has not gone well. Perez. He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's been shipped out wide.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. It's their second corner of the game. In for a header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to...
Now the finish! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. So, third corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Conte. And that's a superb pass. Oh, such a clever touch. Van der Vaart! Oh, no, that could be a costly miss.
Yeah, this is part of the job. Head down and keep plugging away.
Oh, it's Nedved. Hernandez. Van der Vaart. Oh, it's Bergkamp. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Van Basten. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's beaten the last man. Hits one! Yes! And they are cruising away. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been through.
It's Van Basten! They've scored! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Hernandez. He's played him through. Pass is just off target. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Ribery. And it's Ribery. Tries a shot! He's scored! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
Paris Saint-Germain are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It's just beyond his reach. And that is that. Paris Saint-Germain have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Ribery on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man.
Hujan guys, nggak dapat di sini.
Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this pub. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Drogba. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And it's Perez. Foot in. Owen. Van Basten. No, that's been intercepted. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, save. There's the shot! Conte. For Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now that's well seen too. And he's intervened well there. Conte. And it's Perez. Yep, it's a corner. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Oh, shooting chance! And now they can spring out of defence. It's a sharp pass. That has not gone well. And here's Van Basten. Oh, nicely intercepted. He won't be happy with that one.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That pass has been well intercepted. Perez. Mbappe. Well, played right into his path. And it's corner. Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. And the keeper beats it away.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Oh no, he's got that wrong. That's good running with the ball. And he's been shifted off it. Interesting ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Ribery. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Oh, can he get onto this?
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
Owen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity. Van Basten!
It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
The sides separated then just by that one unfortunate moment. 1-0 the score. Oh, he's burst through. Now the finish! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He has found a way through. Time and again they are repelled. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's found a way through. And here's Van Basten.
Van Basten really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's a good ball out wide. And the shot! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they're at it again in double quick time. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Paris Saint-Germain find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Pires, he could be in here. Might be danger. Decent hit! In he goes again! He scored! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed. And there is the half-time whistle. It has been a half throughout which they have carved through the opposition almost at will, ripping things up big time here.
Paris Saint-Germain have been more or less perfect, I would say. Their manager's all smiles, and he's got every reason to be.
Paris Saint-Germain have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the... It's Van Basten! Çalhanoğlu, Messi. Back into the middle. Now there's a fine ball. Real chance! And he hits the net. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Paris Saint-Germain are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. So, third corner of the game. Oh, the shot could be on. And the finish! Çalhanoğlu gets good distance on it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Ribéry. And he's managed to get free. A lot of... And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase onto it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's had a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
That is a brilliant interception. Çalhanoğlu takes control of it and he's on the move. Mbappe. Just about up to the hour now. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. And it's Drogba. Big chance! Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion. It adds to a massive sense of occasion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He is through here. Just eases him off the ball. Quality ball. Ribéry. He's got away. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The pass is intercepted. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's a shade optimistic. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Van Basten.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Van Basten. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of reactions, and he just attacked the danger.
Ribéry. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Cafu. Owen. Paris Saint-Germain disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Alexander-Arnold. Isak. He has found the way. Isak! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Now that's well seen too. Works it forward. And here's Isak. And he's on his way. Nice interception, well timed.
Isak, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's Ribery. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he was alert to it. Konate has been caught there, it's a foul. And he was quick to react. Pedri, Chouameni, Ribery. Oh, no joy this time. And they can counter here. And it's Messi. Perez, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And here's Isak. Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Owen. Perez. Owen is in a really good position out wide. Messi. That's a little off target. Ribery. Oh, this is a very good run. That is lovely. And there's the end of the first half. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're off again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And he's surging through. It's Van Basten! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Monaco are looking to break at pace. No luck with that dink over the top.
Paris Saint-Germain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Now it's Mbappe. Isak. And that has left him in a heap. Pedri with the foul. Oh, that looks a good ball through. And it's Ribery. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
In with the challenge. Paris Saint-Germain needed that, they really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there, the odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Ribery. Messi. And that has put paid to that. Pedri. Oh, what? Tries a shot! And he hits the net! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Van Basten. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And the ball's a good one here. He's Van Basten! He's done very well to get to that.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And it's there! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Paris Saint-Germain find a position of real strength now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Perez. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Now the finish! And again! They want to be quick to recover this. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nicked it back promptly. Paris Saint-Germain are closing in on a comfortable win. And no, that was never going to make it. Chouameni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Aims beyond the defence. Van Basten. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Danger averted for now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
2 minutes to be added on.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that is as far as it goes. Paris Saint-Germain can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Owen claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Chers spectateurs,
Very little room for argument.
Divisi 2. Gas, 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 gas.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Oh, he's been caught napping. He gets big. Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Paris Saint-Germain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pedro Neto gets his pass away. Now it's Batistuta. Pedro Neto.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Hakimi got a long way forward to join the attack. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And it's Ribéry. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pedro Neto. Serginho. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta! Played back in, strokes it back.
Really got in his...
He's had a shot! They've done it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 20.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
À leur place,
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Drogba. Now it's Drogba. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Ruben Dias promptly onto that, and that is that. Serginho. And he's there to retrieve it. And the ball's... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Costa Curta. And it's Batistuta. And Batistuta! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Paris Saint-Germain can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the finish! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. That was easy, almost too easy.
Drogba really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Inter Milan find a position of real strength now. And here's Owen. Dealt with nicely by the defence. No way through there. Messi. Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. And it's Drogba. Batistuta. He's got the shot away! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Nice physical challenge. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Big header! They've scored! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Owen. And here's Ribéry. Van Basten!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And we have our very first corner.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vieira. Messi. That has been cut short. Now it's Ribéry. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. And we've reached half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. Here we go again then. Paris Saint-Germain didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Batistuta, shot a goal! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Oh, smashing header! Oh, terrific save. Van Basten. For Ribéry. Serginho. Messi. Great chance! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And Dyke kept his eye on it, and he's there. That looks a good ball through. And Batistuta! Oh, he really got hold of that.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Nicely intercepted. Pedro Neto. Now it's Drogba. Costa Curta.
Oh, great feet, that.
Chouameni.
Inter have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Paris Saint-Germain have it back and can go again. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. And he's been shifted off it. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Owen. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now it's Van Basten. Out to the right. Drogba. There's the shot! And it's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Played into space out wide. Bastoni deals with that comfortably. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Van Basten. Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Brilliant save from Alisson! Well, he's kept it out, that's a great save. It's their second corner of the game. That has been knocked clear. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Pedri. Pedro Neto. And they can counter here. Serginho. And it's Messi. And claimed it back swiftly. Vieira with a definite foul there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's been cut out, well played. That is good alertness. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Great ball if he can get there. And he's onside. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Gives it back. Drogba gets flagged offside.
Changement.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Pedri, that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Ribery. Can he finish? He scored! They're still trying to make a game of this. Hakimi. And it's Beckham. No luck with that dink over the top. Owen. Well read, nice interception. Fiddles it through. Now it's Mbappe. Tries a shot! It's in! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Il y aura 6
As
minutes
if
de
3
additionnel.
weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Van Basten. A heavy challenge. Pedri. Pedri. And he thumps it clear. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Paris Saint-Germain cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply...
คือบอลใช่
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. The action has already started. Ribéry, and the finish! He's in here! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Dinks one through. Oh, delightful ball. Shevchenko. Ruben Dias attempts a clearance. Kaká. And he cuts out the supply. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Owen. Owen! He might be it! Owen! That is decidedly lacking.
Paris Saint-Germain just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Shevchenko. Now that's well seen too. And here's the chance to counter.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
Tries a shot! Goal! Milan!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Pull it.
Paris Saint-Germain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Owen. Oh, it's Owen. Oh, important interception. Pirlo.
Milan clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Kaká. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Well, we're looking at somewhere in the region of 25 to 30 yards. That won't intimidate this guy.
Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And that's another good win of the ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Conte. Shevchenko. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Owen. That looks a good ball through. Big chance! Sticks it away! And that brings up the century. Goal number 100 for one very special player. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two...
Terrific header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a good ball out wide. In once more. Defending of the desperate variety. That's a little off target. And here's Owen. And it's Perez. Costa Curta. Pirlo. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, he's burst through. It's Van Basten! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. He's had a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Serginho. No way through. Driving forward. That's beautifully weighted. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, well played. Van Basten is herring after that one. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Shevchenko. Cafu. That is a brilliant interception. That's been cut out, well played. Pirlo. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Paris Saint-Germain head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, one each, and the game right on edge. Milan get the ball rolling for the second period. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rijkaard. Ruben Diaz kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Shevchenko. Owen looks to get on the end of this. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bernardo Silva. Ribéry. Now it's Van Basten. Ribéry.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And it's Van Basten. That is good alertness. He's going to be disappointed with that. Owen has a goal! There it is!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, it's come loose. Perez. Now it's Owen. Oh, he's bustling through here. Owen! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Perez. Now it's Owen. He's got the shot away! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Attention, changement.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
It's Van Basten! Van Basten looking sharp there. Kaka. No, he's not getting past him there. Perez. Kaka. Floated through. Big chance! What chance? They've scored! Just one goal in it now. Game on!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Well, nicely intercepted. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's got the... They are queuing up to have a go here.
Paris Saint-Germain really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Van Basten. Gravenberg. Kaka. And he welcomes it in. Cafu. Gravenberg.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Perez. Great ball, and he's in here. That's an excellent interception. Now it's Van Basten. Ribéry. Now it's Ribéry. There's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's Bernardo Silva. Pull it. Oh, that's a nice ball. And the counter is on. And it's Shevchenko. Decent hit! He's got a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Hullet. Shevchenko. That'll be a corner.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
The message is simple, defend this with your lives.
Le numéro 13, le numéro 7, Ribéry. À leur place, le numéro 3, le numéro 4,
He didn't quite meet
le
him
numéro
right.
14, le numéro 15, Neymar. Changement en cours.
Desperate defending required here. Tries a header! Oh, crucial block! And that is as far as it goes. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Owen really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball.
And Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Paris Saint-Germain fires from distance.
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Now it's Hullet. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Van Basten. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, there's a probing ball. Bastoni with the clearance. Schneider did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's shifting through the gears here. Now the finish! Pedri with the clearance. Aimed beyond the defence. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Hits one! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Paris Saint-Germain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Zaire Emery. Celtic deciding to turn to the long ball now, that is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Van Basten. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's a throw. And it's Perez. No, that's been intercepted. Thuram is herring after that one. Pedri. Passes short and sharp. Schneider. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can. And they're quick to press. Celtic disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Bastoni makes the interception. Hullet. And it's Van Basten. Oh, well played. Conte. Well, they've got it again. Thuram puts his foot on the gas. Now that's well seen too. Edmilson. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's picked his way through.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
He is through here. He's got full. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Van Basten. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bastoni gets good distance on it. Conte. Chips it through. Now it's Thuram. Real chance here. Can he finish? He's got a goal! Celtic are all square. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Celtic grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides.
Bullet! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
1 minute.
Quality ball. And here's Batistuta. And that is expertly dealt with. And the first half is done. Paris Saint-Germain head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Pires gets a good foot in there. That has ended up in no man's land. That pass isn't the best. Hullet. Thuram, great hit! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
Conte. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. A searching ball that into space. Moved on forwards. Now it's Hullet. Pedri, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's beautifully weighted. Shade too heavy, keeper can pick that up. Bastoni cuts out the pass. Schneider. Upamecano gets over and intercepts. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pires touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Stood up well to him there. Oh, it's come loose. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And they're quick to get it back. Schneider. Van Basten being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Looking tidy in possession here. Pires. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Zaire Emery, pass somewhat off target, works it forward. Hullet, Thuram. Oh, that's neat. Tries to get it clear. Van Basten. Owen. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. Gets his pass away. Pires. Decent hit! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 20. À sa place, le numéro 15. Neymar. Changement en cours.
And now they can spring out of defence. And he was quick to react. Back into the middle. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Owen. Bastoni is there, and he can get that clear. Ribéry showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Traoré. He's got away. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's good vision. That's a shade optimistic. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Van Basten running with the ball. Pedri.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Mbappe. He's had it taken off him.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here.
Oh no, this does not look good. Owen. It's Van Basten! Van Basten! What a goal! What a player! And that may just do it! What do you think now about that goal?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low and so.
Big chance! They've scored! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And yes, it's him again. 2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to...
And that is as far as it goes. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising. Shot a goal! Owen. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And it's Ribéry. And no, that was never going to make it. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
Okay, interesting. Oh, well played, well played.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's played forward. No, that's been intercepted. And Owen! They're going to be quick to recover this. Neymar. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. Showing good feet. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. So, what can they make of this?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Can he finish? Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Now it's Owen. Pedri. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. David Villa, and he's surging through. David Villa! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Paris Saint-Germain have taken the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Neymar. Pedri promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Van Basten. And here's Owen. Now it's Perez. He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Van Basten gets over and intercepts. David Villa. Conte.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's certainly onside here. And that's gone loose. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Conte. Van Basten. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Can he put it away? It's a goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Might be danger here. Try to play, and it is a goal kick. Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. And here's Ribéry. Owen. Olise. And they can counter here. And it's Neymar. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Owen looks to get on the end of this. A real chance if he can get through. Paris Saint-Germain are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Van Basten. Oh, shooting chance! And he comes up trumps again.
Oh, that's a stunning save. I mean, his reflexes were incredible then. That's as good a save as you'll see.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. And it's a poor one. And he thumps it clear. Pires. David Villa looking understandably energised after his goal. He's through here. Olise proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
And we hit half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
That gets things going for the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial. Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. That is great defending, so alert. Ribéry. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. Van Basten cuts out the pass. That's a sharp pass. And he's intervened well there. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to...
Big chance! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Neymar demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
A case now of complete control. Ribéry. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Ribéry. Van Basten deals with that comfortably. Works it forward. Pedri. Nuno Mendes stood up well to him there. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cafu. Perez. Oh, it's Van Basten. Nice interception, well timed. Well, that is one way to stop him. David Villa. Oh, super find. Now it's Pedri. He's onside. Chance! It's in! Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
Paris Saint-Germain are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. It's one! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nuno Mendes. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's a sharp pass. And it's Owen. Great ball. It's Van Basten! Pedri.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
David Villa. David Villa. Pedri. And it's Owen. He's played him through. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Olise. Belletti. Olise is always looking to play quality balls. David Villa. And the shot! Pedri. Conte. Can he spark a counter here? No, he's not going to get any further than that. A heavy challenge. And they've got a throw.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 25. Le numéro 18. Le numéro
Time
17.
added on will be 2 minutes.
Le numéro 13.
Threads
Le
one in.
numéro 22. Le
And it's
numéro
Ribéry.
7. Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Some resolute defending there. And that's it. Paris Saint-Germain have very little in the way of excuses here. Simply having no answer to a display that was stunning.
Oke, terima kasih semua. Sampai ketemu lagi besok.